to? Just settle. I need to talk, okay? You're going to be nice and quiet? Hello, my name is Steph Bartlett. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I share lots of farm life. I also say I share things such as wellness and travel, but lately it's been all farm life. And the overarching mission with all the content I make and all the work that I do is simply to empower people to be wildly themselves and live life their way. And the reason I am so passionate about the Be Wildly You and Live Life Your Way is because I used to be too scared to do that. And it wasn't until I faced that fear, started being more myself, living life my way, that life got so much better. And I want that for everyone. I have a feeling you are going to love today's YouTube video. Whenever I share anything to do with the shearing shed, or as some people correct me and say it should be called a wool shed, either or, whatever you want to call it, whenever I show it on my TikTok account or social media, people go bananas. They love it. So I thought it would be pretty cool to take you on a tour through the shearing shed today, and also the sheep yards, because a lot of thought went into those sheep yards all getting designed and put together. They're bloody nice. And as always, we start off the video just with a few minutes giving a little summary of the week that has been. And you might notice there's no video footage of Farmer Rod, because Farmer Rod and Farmy Kami, my mum and dad, they have been up north in Broome for the week. Dad is one of those farmers that's a farmaholic, and the only way you can get him to stop working is get him interstate, get him off the farm. So by the time you're watching this video, he will be back, but you won't see him in this video because he has been away for the past week. Anyhow, it's a bit of a longer video today, so I'll stop talking. Let's get into the video, or as I like to say, let's go.
Burn a little brighter every day, swimming in the tide against the waves, and I can hold my breath until they crash.
My week started a little different this week. I actually ran a social media workshop for business owners, helping them use Instagram to help boost their business, and I loved it. I had 9 incredible women attend that. I just ran a workshop in Keith and had some cakes left over, so I thought I'll bring them up to the shed. The guys are working in the yards and they can have the leftovers. And I think Paul must have been able to smell the cakes. He has rocked up in the sprayer. How did you know I've got cake? I was like, what's the sprayer pulling up at the shearing shed for? He knows I've got cake.
Oh yeah, I'm all over it.
Paul has taken his selection out of here. I'll put the rest in the fridge. The Farmer John, this door. And Farmer Charles, they can have their little treats. What the hell is in here? Thought they were going to fit, they're not. I'm coming here later in the week to film a video about the shearing shed. This is the kitchen. We'll see that again soon. This week we've had a total of 11 meals so far. That's Monday to Friday. I'm editing this video on a Friday. Hopefully we get a bit more tonight, but 11 mil so far for the week is great, especially given we've been spreading urea. And of course there's been my morning farm walks. They are a non-negotiable. Farmer John and Farmer Charles did a bit of tidying up this week as well, just moving dead branches and fallen branches, lighting them up in little heaps. And I just loved finding this after work. One night I went for a walk and come across this bonnie. Do you like the bonfire too? Do you love it too? Coco loves the heat, just like I do. In summer it could be 40 degrees and she would happily just lay out in the sun. I have to pull her back. Quite often at the end of a work day, I will chuck on my boots, my Rossi boots, head out the door and just go for a wander around the farm. I probably look like I just wander around aimlessly. I kind of do, but I do go to watch the sunset. Sun's just about down now. Bonus that I found a bonnie along the way. Lunch is sorted. You might have seen John was holding onto a barbecue plate and little stand on the back of the motorbike there. He come to get it so him and Farmer Charles could cook their lunch. They found an old barbecue plate whilst cleaning out the barn and stables and all that stuff. So this is how they've been doing lunches lately. I love it. Farmer Paul, Wednesday afternoon. What has been happening so far this week?
For this week, we have been marking the merino lambs this week, and it's going.
How's that
quite
going?
Well. Yeah, good. The old bean job's on the trick.
Oh, feeding them beans.
Literally full of beans. They look really good.
Yep.
Good condition. And the sheep are good nick. So just reflects feeding the sheep through the droughts really come through. And then we're spreading urea on the canola, so the second lot of urea on about 100 kilograms of urea on that.
So we had 8 meals start of the week, and then there's more forecast Friday, is it?
Well, who would know? They don't know. But I'm thinking
True.
over Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I think sort of 5 to 10 at this point in time. That'll be
awesome.
good. And have the 8 meal before, that's just great.
Yep.
And I've nearly finished spraying all the barley, so I've just got a little bit to do tomorrow.
Yep.
And then we won't do the wheat for a couple of weeks. There's no rush on that one. So that's all probably the weeks so far. Obviously, we're filling up feeders and doing stock runs and
I was going to say,
like
always
that,
stuff happening. But yeah, I guess your big things, lamb marking, spraying, urea, feeding sheep.
That's right. Yes, a lot of things have been ticked off. So looking good.
And now for the bit that I'm sure you've been waiting for, a tour through the shearing shed and the sheep yards. Farmer Paul, first question for you about our shearing shed. Is our shearing shed unique to any other ones? I haven't really seen that many shearing sheds, to be honest.
I think I used to shear with Brian and we saw quite a few sheds. I used to race about for a few years too.
So you used to shear. Dad used to do wool classing?
Wool classing, that's right.
Yeah.
So we used to did shearing all sorts for quite a few years, part-time.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of sheds, and I'd say this shed is a little bit unique as far as everything's external from the main core of the shed. So you got the grinding room, which is built outside, connected. It's got the kitchen, and then you've got the washroom and toilets. So your room here, you fully capitalise this room for whatever, obviously for putting bales on, but mainly parties.
And basketball. This is one thing. I've shown this on TikTok and people are like, I feel ripped off. How come our shearing shed doesn't have a basketball court?
Well, it's actually, we played some pretty serious basketball. As you can see, the 3-point line is nearly gone. It's all measured up accurately. And the boys used to come out from Bordertown and train here every second week. And I reckon that helped us win some finals. That was really good, yeah. So,
you used to work hard and play hard. I don't know how you got everything done.
I didn't used to sleep much, just to play sport 5 times a week and get about 5 hours sleep. When you're young, now I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
All seriousness, we've had so much fun. All the nephews and nieces come down and we used to have full games and
I used to love it.
Yeah.
Like even I remember with cousins and siblings, like we'd play around the world, I think it's called. Like that's you'd have to shoot a goal and then you'd move to the next spot. We spent hours up here.
Oh, it's incredible. And we've had endless parties here. So we do occasionally use it for shearing.
Yeah.
So it's just quite real quick for that. So yeah, getting back to your question, I think it's got a lot of room. Like it's a big shed.
Yeah.
The 6 dam has got a lot of wall room proportionally.
Yeah.
Having everything built out just gives us so many options for all things, basketball, parties, and even putting wall bales there. So,
love it. Now the other thing I've noticed in here is the table tennis tables. You used to have a table tennis club here as well?
Yes, when we first walked in 1980, they had a club going, and we had 6 tables. And they had,
so it was already established when you...
it was still going. And also there was a social day tennis, also going tennis court, which we have. So all those continued on, and we obviously supported all that. And the funny thing was, after a couple of years, we had 6 tables. We had heaps of teams because it was very social. So people would come from everywhere, all the way up Pinner Road, everywhere.
Cool.
And we actually ended up being bigger than the Keith Table Tennis Club.
Really?
At one point, yeah.
At one point, yeah.
And people were coming from Keith coming out here playing because they love the social...
Yeah.
That's many years ago.
I was going to say, back in the day, there was a lot of small farms. It's so different now, isn't it? Because there's big farms, so there's less people in the area.
That's happening everywhere, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why it makes country towns struggling. Quite a few are because of that situation. It's just hard to support the town with the number of people.
I just saw something hiding over here. Anyone that's been to a shearing shed party, you would know why we would have a bath in the shearing shed. And no, it's not to have a bath. It's because it's very good to fill up with ice and beers and whatever drinks you want to put in there. Through here we have the kitchen. Look, it's nothing flash, but it does the trick. I do remember as a kid coming up here, and this table, all the shearers and the shearing team would be sitting at the table. There would be big plates of scones with jam and cream, a cooked lunch. They had quite the feast. I don't know how they went shearing after eating that much food, to be honest. These days though, that doesn't happen anymore in most sheds anyway. I don't think it happens. I think the shearing contractor, the team, whatever, they sort out all their food. But back in the day, I know mum, my auntie, grandma, they would all have big cook-ups, and I remember them bringing the food up to the shearing shed at lunchtime, and like I said, they would have quite the feast. Over here we have the bathroom, the toilets. There's 2 toilets. Again, not very flash, but it's got everything you need. This here is the grinding room. But I just found the old basketball ring.
So having two presses is great. All the pieces come here, and the main fleeces. And we have very few fleeces that don't go to the main line. They will go into that press. Yep. That all works well. I will say that the board's probably a little bit narrow. We get away with it. It'd be lovely to have another 30 centimetres of board, but we sort of get through it. Yep. Excuse the mess. It's just that we're marking lambs, so there's a bit going on there. There's all your bins, and we've got labels to put on those bins, so we don't tell the class what to do. So they move in here and they set the shed up how they want it. And they do vary a bit. Okay. So the first part is, so you got locks, which are the short cuts off the legs and the real short bits.
Oh, that's what I used to get when I'd be on the broom as a kid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All your second cuts and down the leg. So locks in one lot, and then the fleece gets thrown on here, and you skirt off all the sweaty bits. Yep. That goes into pieces, which is that bin there, which goes through that press. Then you got bellies. That's kept separate. So the bellies can either go into packs, depends on the classer, or sometimes they'll put it in that bin there, generally. And then of course you've got, as I said before, the fleece, you might get the odd off fleece, there might be the odd 10 to 1, that's up to them what they do, they just label a bin. Okay. But I'd say 98% of our wool, of fleece wool, would go through that press 3A, because we've been inline breeding for many years, so very consistent.
This is where the magic happens.
Oh yeah, yep. Sean down here for many days. Yep. So we modified a few things. We just talk to the shearers and see what they want. So it's the same as our contractors. We always talk to whoever's doing jobs on the farm and get their ideas. So we're working together. So you can see we've cut this in here. So they put this and put that in, and then we've got it built there. And so letting the sheep go, it's just so easy. They just drop there, go. Yeah, and not putting heads in there. I know it's pretty basic, but. Then obviously we've got, as soon as these come available, we used to have the old overhead gear.
The buttons,
yeah. But these all got safety, so if it's something that just cut off. So safety is very important for our farm, and I'm a prevention man.
So 6 stand shearing sheds, so you're going to have 6.
Sometimes we have 7. Sometimes they'll bring a portable one down the end on that post, and we've had 7 going a few times.
7, yeah, right.
Then you can do one here, see? 7, I think we even fit 8 if they wanted to. They just bolt them on. Okay. See the holes?
I see. Make yourself at home.
So again, we just work with the contractor. Yep, so we've changed these too. So just finished updating a few. There with that new rail and slides. You're always doing maintenance and updating. So we first had these used to be pen up, used to be all single pens. And boy, they're painful to get in.
Shearers love that.
Shearers like it. So we just having a bigger pen and having a gate each end.
Yeah.
So you can go either way. That works so much easier to pen up. Just means the shearers share a pen.
Yeah.
Which I've done plenty of. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
So that's a little change we did then, just to strengthen all.
My brother Chris redid all the floor as
That's correct, yep. And the big job we had is, there was sheet droppings right up to the grading. We got a contractor to help. We did a lot of it ourselves. That was a hell of a job. But lucky the shed's pretty high. Yeah. which made it better. So we had to clean all that out. And yeah, Chris, that's correct. Chris renewed all the grading. So.
All right, so I guess we need to know, how do you get the sheep into the shed?
Well, it's very handy to do that, so we thought we would allow for that. So,
yes.
Although it might be a bit of a hindrance to the shearing.
Like your pride and joy now, because when I grew up as a kid here, they did not look like this, and we did not have a roof over the yards either.
No, well, I think it's been sort of farming since I was 13, 14, and you do all the hard stuff. So you will appreciate these yards forever.
Yeah.
That they're magnificent. So as the sheep come through here, so it's quite interesting. This sort of half redid this. So there's about 20 centimetres of rubble under those yards. So we've got it all carved in, got it all lasered. And we rolled it and watered it and rolled it and watered it. And I got an A+ for my foundation from the builders, which is good. And it's just a 3% decline down to the drainage. It's not much, but it works. And that really works well. And we just get Fred Hines out every year with his little bobcat and just cleans off the cement. Does a great job. That's well worth doing. Because that got lifted, this used to be much more of an incline. Because that got lifted 20 odd centimetres, made a hell of a difference, that end. So just got lifted, re-cemented it, so the incline's much lower. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's not as steep.
And less. And now that before you'd be pushing lambs in now, unbelievable. Even lambs, yep. And then we also, Chris changed this around, so you've got daylight. See how those gratings go that way?
Yep.
So they can't see daylight. So shedding now is a breeze. Even when our lambs, it used to be a crap of a job in the early days, so that's all good.
So as you can see, the sheep go up the ramp here. Well, first we get them into the yards, then we bring them up the ramp, and this is how they get into the shed. It is also good because it keeps them dry. If it's raining, you don't want wet sheep, or you can't have wet sheep when it comes to shearing.
And the trick is to get some in here and always have some sheep here. Then they see them, so and then you load around.
Okay.
That also works well. We can fit about 450 grown sheep up here. Yeah, and if we can yard it out, we can also under the roof. We can do another 600, so we can shed. And if we want to, we can put another 500 under the shed. So we never have wet sheep.
Yeah, that's
which is really good. So also things like you learn if something's not working, change it. Like I've been to other, when I went shearing, seen other yards, and you don't say anything. You see things that are just not smart. Yeah. And I'm thinking if you just change that the sheep are going to run, but the farmers can blame the sheep, not the yard. So if something's not working. And I'll give you examples straight away. Yeah. When we built these yards, the yards are brilliant, but this has been engineered two times. So the loading bit, that's right. So the first design that we thought would work, it didn't, so we've actually changed it twice. So if something's not working, stop. It's generally not the sheep, it's you. Could be your dog, could be the design of the yard, could be facing the sun, could be many things. Work out what that is, fix it, and life's so good when you keep doing that. With that mentality and mindset, life's good.
So Paul, this is where you bring the sheep in. These are the holding yards here when you first bring them in, is that right?
That is correct, yep. So it's really important if you can do it with sheep yards, right? You want to have the sheep coming in one way, go through the yards and go out another yard. And sheep have got very good memories and they will flow a lot better. They remember they come in here, they go out there. Okay. Then you've got the flow. Yeah. And they had the bugle yards and you're going well. Originally, we're going to just have one big holding yard.
So not this fence?
That's right, just one big holding yard.
These two pens would be one?
Correct. And I thought, well, why not put a fence in the middle? Then if you bring in a mediocre mob in, so you're bringing 400 or 500 ewes in with the lambs, just use the 1 yard. But if you've got 800 ewes and lambs, you just use both yards. Yeah. And then you haven't got the room for them to circle as much.
So it'll flow better.
Yeah, and if you can see the yards with the diamond on that side, you can go any which way from these yards. And they just tend to flow into the yards much easier. Align better with the gates, so it's worked really well. Yep.
All right, so we go for a wander and show kind of where you take the sheep?
Yeah, for sure. So we've got troughs. We got taps and we just turn them off. So because we've been having sheep in here, we've turned them off. So off water overnight before they get mark the lambs.
Yep. And same with shearing. You don't
That's
turn
right.
the water off.
That's right.
The shearers don't have to deal with that.
That's right. And also, which we did this year, when we feedlotted,
Yep.
seemed forever.
Yes.
We took the sick ones out, remember? We put the sick
Yes.
ones out and we can use these for sick bays
Yes.
if we need to, especially that one over there. So that's
Yeah.
it's just good to utilise, you can see the feedlot's right, all connected with the lane.
Yes, our feed
So-
line's over there.
Yep, 4 pens there. Yeah, we can hold nearly 3,000 ewes easily, comfortably in the feedlot.
Yep.
But I think it's got a bit of drainage. It just works well being all connected, that's all.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh, yeah, okay. Favourite things about these yards, there's many. The first thing I would say is if you're going to build yards, I'd strongly suggest put a roof on. Second thing I'd say is make lots of phone calls, talk to your contractors, go through every process you do to make sure the yards can fit into those processes. If that makes sense. You've got to back a crutching trailer in, make sure that gets in here, all that sort of stuff. I love these diamond yards, and obviously you can spend the spending, and it's unlimited, isn't it? You got to have lots of those little gates too. But these diamond yards just gives you so many options, every which way you can go with sheep.
So this is a diamond.
Yeah,
yard
all
here.
gates. So it's right. So you can go,
all gates.
yeah, all gates. So you can just go any which way. It just
Okay.
really stops being restricted to movement.
Yep.
Obviously the bugle setup works brilliantly. LED lights, fantastic. And quite often even an overcast day, you put them on and not actually see what I'm drafting.
Yeah.
Get the occasional one right. You never know. These are all the gates. I mean, you could easily put more of those in, but it's just you got to draw a line somewhere for the expense. And same as cement. Lucky when we did these, cement wasn't too badly priced, but we just did the whole hog and cemented a fair bit of area.
Yep.
That's also a good thing to do, I think. We'll do it once, do it properly.
Yeah.
I think. These latches are great. Quick. So yeah, the sheep are coming along here. So we're marking a lamb, so they're going to be drafted. So they're using lambs coming around here to be drafted, 3-way draft, and you've got your rollers.
Oh, we
So-
didn't have them before, did we?
They're great. So where you position width, and you'd be surprised sheep hardly get stuck. It's just amazing how much difference those rollers made.
Okay.
And then you can adjust the race. Yeah, the race is just to draw it in. So your lambs and ewes come single file. So you can basically fall asleep while you're drafting. It's so easy. And then that's all set up portable. So for technology going forward, we can take the pipes out that have the gates on them, and and we can just vary that to any you want to. So we've left that open to be totally flexible going forward after the draft. So that's if you're want to draft the ewes and lambs. And then if you want to go to the bulk handler, so if you're going to do injecting or drenching, just swing the gate over here. Another little gate there. Another gate here. They are so good. Yep. And talking about priorities, the bulk handler is just a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. I mean, if you're old, young, doesn't matter. We do things about 250% quicker with this, and you got safety, better for the sheep. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm sure most people will be aware of these machines now. And you got another gate here. So you've got the motor out the way, up there.
Oh, over there.
Yeah, so it's out of the way of everybody. And those that don't know, they run in pretty quickly, and just shut the gate with this, and then this lifts all the poly pipe, lifts them off the ground.
Yep.
And then you're not bending your back. They can't move. You can pat them, talk to them, whatever you like. Yeah. So a bit of drenching, and even with our rams, I put the rams in here to class them. Laughing. It's just so easy on you.
Yeah.
And it works really well. And you're going to get everyone. You've got no sheep underneath. I've done plenty of race work, and honestly, this is just chalk and cheese. It honestly is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I really think I'm very strong on that. So they come this way to doing all the operations of drenching, like weaning the lamb. When we wean in 4 weeks, we'll be weaning the merino lambs off.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll get a injection
Yep.
and possibly a drench. We'll just see what the worms are doing.
Yep.
So that's that part of it. Then classing, probably spoiled herself here a bit, but probably overdid it, you know. Why not? They can either run on that outside yard, or you can swing the gate across and then come this way. So you can swing it around like that, see, come through there.
Yep.
So yeah, this is pretty good. So these gates are worth a lot. Probably now they'll be worth $1,200, $1,300 per gate. But they are so good, so good. So we'll be classing the hoggets here in probably 2 weeks' time. Yeah, they run well. And also what I do is I do a bit of a crutch on the Dorset rams or the Merino rams. So I just put them in here and have the portable crutcher, stand behind them one at a time. They sit there. So there's other benefits of this, but look, classing is just a joy. It's fun. It's actually fun. And you can open the gate with this, see? Open the gate, so no one at the front. See the gate, see? See the gate? Right, so open and shut the gate, so no one's up there, you don't have to go up there. It works a treat. They run around the bugle bit, they run in easily, and also, because there's so many, we purposely put plenty of gates in. I know it's a lot of money, but you do it once, and then you don't get in jumping and squashing up. Like it looks after the sheep again, you get a good class on them, so that's worked really well. And then on each setup, which was, again, you're spending more money, but I think it's well worth it. So each setup's got a 3-way draft. So you're not running them through. And what you're doing, you don't run them through again. So if you're classing rams or classing sheep, right, you can rattle, tag, whatever, and just through the draft, job's done.
Yep.
There's no going back and through. Oh, we can only take 2-way, we've got a third one to take off. Like it's just, that's been magic. So our sheep work, I'd say probably back to 40% of time. The sheep will be looked after, we'll looked after with the roof. Yeah. So it's just a huge win-win. So it's a joke. Like weaning, for example, normal day of weaning, say 600 ewes and lambs, in the old days, we'd start at 7:30, we'd be done by about 4. Now, lunchtime.
Yeah, wow.
Everything's done, drafted, both lots of lambs done, out of their fresh paddocks, and all of a sudden you've just got so much more time. Yeah. And these yards will last forever.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, and of course the roof's just magical. I mean, once you get a roof, like we can be in here 33 or 4 degree day, under here is beautiful. Yeah. Cool. So, no.
Looks after you and the sheep.
Correct. That's what it's about. I like the win-wins, you see. I love win-wins.
Yeah.
So that's the yards, really. I could just add one thing, is that we have put a tarp there, so only one negative of this at this stage is the morning sun sometimes. When you're doing your sheep work, you can get shadows. So long term, so long term, I reckon you just need to come down a bit off that roof. You just set up some curtains, set up. Just set up that bit there. So it's not hard to fix, but that's one thing that didn't work out too well, but I can't get everything right.
Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope that you loved it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you love the shearing shed content, stay tuned, because in October we will be shearing, and pending the contractor is fine with me filming, I will be filming shearing time. I can't wait to make a video on that for you. Just thinking, even if they don't want me in the shed, which I'm sure they'll be okay with it, but I'll just have to double check. Even if they don't want me in the shed, I can still film getting the sheep in and out of the yards, all the stuff they do in the outside yards with the sheep, all that jazz. So there will be a shearing video regardless, actually. And in a few weeks, we will be classing the hoggets, the young female sheep. And to be honest, I don't know anything about classing sheep, so I will be learning with you if you don't know anything about it too. I think that's the beauty of me making these videos. I know the basics about farming, but I don't know the in-depth stuff. So I genuinely love asking questions and learning about this stuff as I make the videos. So there will be a video coming with classing the hogget soon, and you'll see the yards all in use too, with sheep in there, which will be pretty cool. I tell you what, I am on a roll with making these videos and I am loving it, and I'm loving your support. So thank you so much for watching. And until next time, be wildly you and live life your way. Bye. I don't know if I got in the screen there. Hopefully. Bye.
Burn a little brighter every day, swimming in the tide against the waves, and I can hold my breath until they crash.